Welcome to Winston-Salem and another stop along Tobacco Road, which is home to the Wake Forest Demon Deacons, and the fans have been ready to get things started since early in the day. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the Clemson Tigers, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Clemson will kick off to get us underway. Out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Demon Deacons return team will have that offense backed up. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
And here comes the offense on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
That is an awesome play up front right there, crashing that play in the backfield. And it's funny, you know, you think back to Clemson. Remember when Trevor Lawrence won a national title his true freshman year? It wasn't necessarily about Trevor Lawrence. They won that title because of their defensive dominance, especially on the D-line. That may have been the best D-line we've ever seen in college football. And I tell you, sometimes this dude looks like he could start on that D-line. He's that talented.
They'll run it from the gun. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. And the Demon Deacons will punt it away on 4th down. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. There he goes. Open it up. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. So Clemson's offense will take the field for the first time. I know what a weapon he is on the outside, but stretching the field against this dude in the secondary will be a challenge.
And just some safeties have the awareness, the ability to see the ball, to break on the football, and he's one of those guys.
This QB better be looking this safety off. You can't just trust your receiver's going to out-athlete him every time you throw him the ball, because this safety is a different breed.
What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it'll be hard to stop.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Touchdown Tigers. That is the ultimate grab and go for the score.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he'll bring it back. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Paul.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit from this drive.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
Not much there. They'll give him 1 to the 14.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Got it set up on the outside. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. The Demon Deacons will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He's got great speed. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Here's the handoff. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
The Tigers have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Pushes ahead for 2 to the 7-yard line.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Clemson! He is such a dangerous weapon as a runner. It's almost as if it makes the defense tentative because they know the slightest of errors, and he's to the house.
No doubt about it. This is a guy that's going to hurt defenses throwing the football and running the ball as well. It stresses your defense in so many different ways. So this defensive coordinator now has got to find new ways to try and slow him down, contain him. You just got to get the ball out of his hands because when he's got it, man, he can kill you.
Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the... For this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Finds us back in the middle. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Great job by the defense winning those early downs. Now you get them in a predictable situation. 3rd and long. You bring in more DBs, more speed, more fun blitz packages. Get to have a little fun. Go get the quarterback.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Going to try to get it himself. And he is corralled short of the line to gain. And the Demon Deacons will punt this one away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
He'll pull it on the read. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Holding.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Looking for a productive play on first down. Pulls and throws off the RPO. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Bunch formation, trying to spring a guy free. Looking to throw. Fires to the right. He makes a catch. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Bringing it back. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Trying play action. Out of the backfield, he's open. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Let's see which way they go after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 39. From the gun, the running back has it. They almost got a first down there. Stopped a yard short. It'll be 3rd down.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Quickly to the tight end. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. David, that is a great security blanket for a quarterback to have a tight end to make those conversions.
Dang right. Find the big fella on 3rd and short. Dependable, clutch, nice hands, first down.
Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
Missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
They couldn't connect on 2nd down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
This is not going to get any easier. You're already down. You know it's passing situation. And you got to protect your quarterback, and they can't do it. This has not been a great day early for this offense.
This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the 2nd period and they try to find a way to answer. The Demon Deacons will try to pin them back with the punt. Coverage team does a good job and touches it dead. No return on this one.
And the punter pulling out his pitching wedge on that. Look at the spin on this ball. It just died as soon as it hit the ground. Beautiful job.
Out of the chute. Quick toss to the right. Really nice gain. Gets it out across the 20. It'll be a first down at the 22. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
And get that ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast. And you watch, he can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Quickly complete. Crosses the 30. He's got away. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. Quick step and go. And he caught that pitch in stride and was off to the races. A big gain and a first down for this offense.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got to burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
And the Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10. Wide out in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Hold it. Offense.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. A first down for the offense. Looks as if he's going to run it. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematically.
Stands in and takes the hit. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
I like the offensive idea here to try to change the launch point of the QB, but you got to do a better job protecting him because guys can't complete passes when they're getting hit.
In the gun and looking to throw on third down. Lets it slip right through his hands, and it'll be fourth down after the rare drop from this dude. And they'll send out the field goal unit. It's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
He's got a yard out to the 30-yard line.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. And the Demon Deacons decide to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse.
Nice job. A little hang time, getting it up in the air. It's coming inside the 10. That thing goes inside the 5-yard line. That is exactly how you draw it up.
1st and 10 from inside their own 5. You got to take care of the ball, but there is room to take a shot here. Give to the single back. Makes his man miss. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
You know, you start day 1 of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You see all this movement in football now, all the stint, the defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard in this one.
Clemson is quick to the line. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Got his man quickly. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. The Tigers have their offense in high gear. He'll do it himself. Nice move to keep moving. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. 2nd down coming up. quick strike complete. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rounding to the football?
Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's 3rd and short. He'll try to pick it up on the ground. Made a defender miss. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37. Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down.
And that is such great execution by this offense. 3rd down and 2. They know you're running the football, but they were physical. Great job creating a little bit of space. Not only do you get the first down, you chew up a bunch more yards, too. Nice execution by this offense.
As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. Comes out throwing on first down. He looks that one in nicely. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Clemson trying to put its paws on a productive red zone trip. This time they'll go to the running game. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. Didn't get much, picked up a yard, and that will leave them with 4th and 2. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Needing to convert, Clemson comes to the line. They'll try it on the ground. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Holding. Offense.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. He'll try to put one down the boulevard from 42 yards out. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And now the lead is extended a little further. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
On 2nd down, looking to throw. And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple.
Man, these running backs are used to being split out in high school as a wide receiver, playing 7-on-7 as middle school and high school. They're just, you could tell how comfortable he was being a wide receiver near the sidelines. Didn't get nervous at all.
Just a short pass to the tight end. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Got his man! We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. This will be a 50-yard field goal attempt, and he'll have to curl it in from the right side. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. This will be a 50-yard field goal attempt, and he'll have to curl it in from the right side. Smashes in between the uprights. That late-in-the-half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. Nice, just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Demon Deacons will line up to kick off and start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found. At the 23. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Line gets set, first down. Pulled it, finds his man on the left. Oh, just left him flailing. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. That big explosive play carries them into plus territory. They'll snap it 1st and 10 from just across the 50. Power football with the run. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
Great team defense on that one play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
He wants to throw here on second down. Got the quick pass. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
Wants to throw on first down. It's caught downfield. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure.
Touchdown, Tigers! And the pummeling has started. And at this point, they're just rubbing their noses at it.
There's nothing positive to be able to take away from this. You got beat down, you move on to the next game, start working on the next opponent. This one's over.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
34. Wake Forest, 3.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
Yeah, and listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker who is so important to this team.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18. And the Demon Deacons will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And the coverage team down there to touch the ball. No return on this play.
You know, punt cover teams have a tough job because oftentimes they've got to tackle a guy out in the open field, and a really good one at that. But how about their ability to get to the returner and not just get the tackle, but create the takeaway? That is a massive play on special teams.
Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats, and they gashed you.
They created a lot of breathing room with that first play of the drive. Now first down from the 39. Running behind that left side. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Holding. Offense.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Looking for a productive play on first down. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And you're seeing the pass rush on the second play of the drive. They dial it up. Look at the speed and athleticism this defense has as they corral the quarterback for a loss.
And they are looking for a ball play that'll work. Now facing second and long from the 19. He's looking to throw. Quickly complete. At the 40, there he goes.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They're a couple of yards short of the first down, but the offense will stay out there on fourth down. Calls his own number. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
Well, I don't think the defense was expecting one on that last 4th and 2 play. Good job by the offense keeping him off balance with that play call.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Unloads to the right. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Clemson set up with another first down. Now the play fake. He turns that loose down the right side. And he makes the catch inside the 25. Touchdown, Clemson. And the beatdown has ensued. This dude is putting on a show, taking up residence in the end zone by the air and by the ground, in keeping with what Clemson looks for in a quarterback.
Man, this is unbelievable. I mean, you've seen so many great guys run through, and Clemson major backs that can throw, can run, and really be dynamic. And this guy... himself a day.
Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3-and-out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Lost 5 on that first play, and now it's 2nd and 15. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Now, on offense, you're trying to get your running back involved here in the passing game, and obviously no success on that play. Defense seemed like they were aware of it, and all of a sudden you've set yourself up in a tough position here on 3rd.
And he's brought down, but a flag is also down.
Hold it. Offense.
This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. The Demon Deacons will call on their punt team. Makes a move. Little pressure. In there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
Looking to pass on 2nd down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And screens are all about timing, right? You want to invite the defensive line to fly up the field, and then you want to throw it right over their head. And you could tell just a little bit off, and the defense got in there so quick, got the quarterback in before he could really get his bearings and throw the screen.
Quarterback checking the play. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Clemson will send the punt team out. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Boots his first of the day away. He was called on 4 times in the victory last week.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So the offense keeps this drive alive thanks to the roughing the punter penalty. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Looking to move it through the air. Quick completion on the out. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. The play action fake. Spits it out to the back. The quarterback's a little more on target there. Maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
The defense was obviously ready for that play. They've obviously been watching film. They know that that pass play is one of the bread and butter plays this offense has, so nice job defending.
Ball's at the 22. 3rd and short coming. Can the defense force them to settle for a field goal? They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Here comes Clemson with another first down. He's looking to throw it. Got the back over the middle. That completion will take him inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Leaves it with the running back. Pushes ahead for 2 to the 7-yard line. love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Fast motion from the offense. Fires to the end zone. And that pass intercepted. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Not all guys have the ability to break on the football, go make a play, and catch it. You know, you play defense for a reason. A lot of the wide receivers are the ones that do most of the catching. Great job by the defense securing the INT.
They stop him just a length or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. And they'll come to the line with less than a yard to go. On 2nd down, wants to throw. And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
And it's simply been that kind of day for this offense. They've had so many struggles, and at this point in the 4th quarter, you're trailing by a ton of points. The defense knows you're throwing it, and they're pinning their ears back, and they're getting after you, as you saw it on that sack there.
Lets it go. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. He wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. Complete downfield. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. And the Demon Deacons are on the move. Quarterback on the keeper. Past the 1st down marker and still running. And they get him out of bounds, but not before a sizable pickup on that one.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea, because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a 1st down.
Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
I think defenses sometimes get frustrated and you want to get blitz happy and because you give up yards. In this day and age, you're going to give up yards. Who cares? This is the area you're going to bow up. Nice job on 1st down stopping him. A couple more downs here to stay aggressive.
They'll give him 4 yards on the carry. It's down at the 8-yard line.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. Pocket starts to collapse. And they swarm him under.
You know, these goal line situations, the field starts to shrink. It's easier to key in on these guys that you know can fly at the quarterback spot. Defense was locked in. Nice job on the 3rd and goal.
Absolutely perfect. Let's not say they cut into the depths of the field goal. Maybe just, I don't know, tweaked a little bit of it away with their fingernail. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get 1st downs, and ultimately get some points.
They'll go right back to him. At the 35, he's loose. Oh, look out, there he goes. Seizing that open space, an opportunity all the way inside the red zone. They'll mark it at the 19.
And you want to put a winning streak together like this team has, run the football and create explosive plays. Nice job by the offense, showing the speed. How about the blocking up front? Everybody blocking, getting a hat on the hat, creating the explosive run.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They want that clock to run. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
Clemson will come to the line with the first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incomplete.
Touchdown, Tigers! And the route is on. They tack on another score, and how about the way this team has responded to a loss and now about to move to 9-1. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Louisville found a way to pull out a victory. It wasn't vintage Cardinals football today. Those Cards fans won't remember this one forever, but they will remember it was a W. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. He's looking to throw. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film.
He's got it down the left side. And he's brought down after a huge completion. The Demon Deacons getting set on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. And he tried to string out that run, but there was nowhere to turn it upfield, and he's forced out of bounds for a loss. This offense has a second down play. He's looking to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Trying to beat the D deep. And that pass is intercepted.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't